years. Are you an African-American woman?
I identify as black.
I admired the curves of Pamela Anderson. My next step is going to pump up my lips also. My eye color has changed. My eyebrow color has changed. And I can feel in myself that I'm changing to a black.
White people feel very comfortable in being white. Blacks don't feel comfortable in being black, even though they won't admit it.
Man, hello world, welcome back to my YouTube space. I am the Kenyan Beast. Of course, if you're watching me from all over the world, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy for you being here. I'm so happy for your support, and I love you so much. That's from deep of my heart, because you are the one who you are keeping me going. Now, there is this video I came across from TikTok about a lady trying to be black, a white lady changing himself to be black, and she managed to change herself and she was black. Now leave alone that one. There is this another lady is white, but she is identifying herself as a white lady. And I was asking myself, why should a white person try to be black? Because it is not normal for a white person to identify herself or himself as black. But it is normal for a black person to try to live alone the black culture and starting try to be white, maybe by bleaching, by just anything. Try to identify herself with white culture. Now, let's watch this video. First of all, let's watch this video of a white lady who is assuming to be black, and then we watch a video of a black lady who has already changed herself and she is black, and then we come and talk about it.
When did you start deceiving people and telling them you were black when you knew their questions were pointed in a different direction? When someone said to you back then, are you black or white? And you'd say, I'm black. You didn't say, I identify as black. You'd say, I'm black. When did you start deceiving people?
Well, I do take exception to that because it's a little more complex than me identifying as black or answering a question of, are you black or white? I was actually identified when I was doing human rights work in North Idaho as first transracial, and then when some of the opposition to some of the human rights work I was doing came forward and started, the next newspaper article identified me as being a biracial woman, and then the next article, when there were actually burglaries, nooses, etc., was this is happening to a black woman, and I never corrected.
Well, why didn't you correct it? You knew it wasn't true.
Well, because it's more complex than, being true or false in that particular instance.
But the sin lady, have you done something to darken your complexion?
I certainly don't stay out of the sun, and I also don't, as some of the critics have said, put on blackface as a performance.
Yeah, let me address that, because some people have said that the way you've changed your opinion is akin to putting on blackface. And Jonathan Capehart wrote in the Washington Post, blackface remains highly racist no matter how down with the cause a white person is. Do you understand what he means by that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you agree with it?
I have a huge issue with blackface. This is not some free birth of a nation mockery blackface performance. This is on a very real, connected level. How I've actually had to go there with the experience, not just a visible representation, but with the experience. And the point at which that really solidified was when I got full custody of Isaiah, and he said, "You're my real mom," and he's in high school, and for that to be something that is plausible, I certainly can't be seen as white and be.
Welcome back. Now, after this video, there is a guy, a black man here, who tried to react on this video. Let's watch her reaction, or let's watch his reaction, and then I will talk about my reaction. Why a white lady will want to change herself to be black.
I'm laughing at myself because I couldn't sleep. I was talking to my friend Joe Nimick, And he was telling me that I should do a video on this young lady that is living as a black woman. She identifies with black people. She wants to live as a black woman. And you know something, my friends, what fascinates me? They're making a bigger fuss out of this as they in and that guy, Bruce Jenner, that decided after 65 years he wanted to be a woman. Now, you know what's happening, and we don't want to face it. People cannot comprehend how a white person would want to be identified openly with blacks, which are looked upon negatively. Now, blacks have been going, you have to excuse my voice because in the morning, and I didn't really want to even do the video, but I started thinking about it and thinking about the psychology of us as a people. Now, blacks have been going over as whites for over hundreds of years. They look white, so they went over to whites because, of course, the opportunity for being white is so much better than being black. Now, notice that people don't want to face these kind of things, no matter how, because it's painful. It was less painful years ago. But you see, what fascinates me by this woman, not the woman, is our society. We're all upset because we can't comprehend how a white person would want to go as a black person. It's incomprehensible to white people because white people feel superior as a race. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that they're not dominant as a race. All over the world they are. That's it. And the point is, anybody that want to be other than white, something's got to be a little cuckoo. Now, the reason why I told Joe I was going to do anything on this woman is because I grew up in this. I grew up in the period where the lighter you were, the more they looked up to you. I grew up in that period. But I didn't want to be bothered with it. But as I laid in the bed thinking, I realized not how culturally set we are, which we don't want to admit. White people feel very comfortable in being white. Blacks don't feel comfortable in being black, even though they won't admit it, because the white people are dominant, because the psyche of the people. Now, I admire this woman, as a lot of you may not, but I admire her simply because she didn't go out there looking at hip hop and do the jazz and all that kind of stuff for glory. She went all out to build up the culture, not to build up the culture, but support the culture of the black person. Why? I don't know. And it's probably more of her than meet the eye. If her mother and father didn't expose her, she'd have went on. She didn't get paid from the NAACP. I had these idiots, oh, she's doing it for glory. What glory? The NAACP is an honorary position. They don't pay. It's something in this woman's mind. But the problem why it's such news, not because she wants to change race or act as a black woman, it's because it's beyond the comprehension of the average person. Most white people say, imagine, why would you want to be a product of neglected race, a race that's looked down upon in general? Now, she didn't go out grandstanding and I'm a white woman trying to help black people. She was subtle in what she did because there's something in her mind that we cannot answer. But the most important thing, the reasons for the uproar is simply people don't want to admit they cannot comprehend what she's doing. Now you see, because it ain't supposed to be. Blacks are a neglected people, looked down upon. Why would you want to connect with them? Something is wrong with you There's nothing wrong with that asshole Bruce Jenner, which I have nothing but contempt for. That had a dick all his life, and all of a sudden he's got a vagina. Oh, he's a hero. This woman didn't go out to make money. It's something in her mind. But the reason it's news, and nobody's got the guts to say it, is because they can't comprehend it. Why would you want to be a product of a race? Put my glasses on, I can only see it. Of a race that is neglected. Why? Neglected people. Why would you want to be a product of those people? Something is wrong. The comfort of being white is damaged. That's why it's news. It shouldn't be any news. I mean, if she was out there trying to grandstand for some reason, it would be more of a news. But she was underground. She would have never been known if her parents didn't expose her. And why did she reject her parents? We don't know what was in her life. We don't know what she went through, but that's not the point. She's doing positive. And I had these ignorant black people condemning her. She lied. Well, I tell you one thing, my friends. If every one of these goddamn politicians that lied was locked up or condemned, there wouldn't be none out there talking. This woman, for whatever her reason is constructive. The problem is people don't want to admit. They just cannot comprehend it. And that's why it's news. Why in the world would you reject dominant race? The race that's dominant all over the world. Why would you want to reject that? What's wrong with you? Something's got to be wrong with you. To me, what went through this woman's mind is her particular her particular togetherness, the way her mind worked. We cannot answer that. And I'm telling you something. I think there are more people like her that meet the eye, but they're not out there advertising. Nobody would never known if her mother and father couldn't handle it and had to expose her. She wasn't out there to tell them, well, I used to be white. She wanted to be black. But the problem in the country, but it's not a problem really, it's just white people can't comprehend it. You want to be a black person? They all know black people are supposed to be the negatives. Why would you want to be black? Tell me, what is that? What is the game? That's the confusion. Of course, she's crazy. She's not crazy. Well, then if she's crazy, Brenner's insane. Jenner is insane. You see, that's the thing that bothers me so much, is that we are being bombarded with things that we're not comfortable hearing. And white people cannot comprehend a white person wanting to be black. They won't admit it. I mean, it's not, what do you call, it's not politically correct to admit something like that. But we know it. People respond to it that way. And that is the reason why I didn't want to do a video or anything on it. But I couldn't sleep. Half sleep now. It's early in the morning. But I thought about it. I said, what is the uproar? What has she done? And then they come, oh, she lied. The woman, so what? She lied. And you mean to tell me all of the things she did, what she didn't have to do, where there was nothing in it for her, where she was in an office that didn't pay her, the NAACP don't pay. She was there. But she lied. And that nullifies everything. But that isn't it. It's that subtleness, that confusion. She's white. And white is tough. People don't want to admit it. They know it, but they don't want to admit it. But I tell you one thing, you're going to get it from me. Because I'm going to tell you like it is. On my side, and I want you to think about it. The only reason it's an uproar is because she's white and she wants to be black, and it's incomprehensible to a white person. That's why it's an uproar. My friends, I want you to go to my website. I'm in the process of changing it. On the right side of my website, I have Amazon where you can buy things directly from Amazon, anything you want on my website. And I also want to let the people that donate to me, I'm going to put their names on my next video, not all of them at once, because I want to show my appreciation for the expenses of running this, my answering emails, getting the new computers and so forth and so on. It's expensive. And I appreciate the donations, and I'm going to put on the bottom of each video so many of the names that have contributed to me. The reason I didn't have it set up now because I said to myself, I got to say something about this. This is getting to me, this uproar. Why, you would think she had the atom bomb the way they're carrying on. And all you got to do is stop fooling and lying to yourself and stop back and think. You're not lying to yourself. You're not saying what's politically correct. So, my friends.
Welcome. I thought I've seen it all until I saw this video of a white lady saying she's black and just pretended to be black. And it was all over the media. I just saw it the other day and I said, let me talk about it because we are here. We are here and this is our space and let's talk about it. Now, why should a white person try to change herself to be black? I have seen a lot of black people saying that they have been trapped in black body, like this lady here. I have seen a lot of them. I saw a black man saying that he has been trapped in a black body, but he is white, yet he was black. And I feel like the world is crazy sometimes. And we have a lot of people in the world, and how people think is not the same. How you think and how I think is not the same. Because I will think to tattoo myself here, you will think it's bad. Someone will think to cut himself here, I will think it's bad. We are different. But trying to change your color, that is so deep. Black people try so hard to be white. That's very true. And as the man has said, is that black people are not comfortable to be black. Most of black, some, not all, some, few of black people, let me use few because not all of you, few of black people, they are not comfortable to be black. But white people are very comfortable to be white. Even if you ask them, if you are born again, which color do you want to be, which race? He will say, or she will say white. But a black person will say black. Or a black person, some of them will say white. And we are seeing this from the bleaching side. They want to bleach to be white. Simply because maybe the society is talking about his or her blackness. Simply because he is facing colorism. Simply because he or she just want to be white because maybe we think white is good, white is godly, and blah, blah, blah. Now, but this is shocking. And a lot of black people talked about it. They crucified her, saying that because they never saw something like this. It was not good for them. They didn't like it. They didn't like it. I've seen the comment sections. They didn't like it. But let's see what are the reasons why a white person might want to be black. Number one, admiration of black culture. Some white people just love black culture because black culture, they might admire aspect of the music, art, fashion, and resilience in face of diversity or adversity. For example, when you talk about music culture, black people has the best music culture. Art, black people are the best at. You may just found you love the black culture. For example, some black people love white culture. They want that swag. When they talk like this, they want that features of whiteness. But maybe this white lady just love the black culture and she want to associate herself with this culture. And the only thing she will do is to say she's black or try to change her color to be black. Number 2, we call identity exploration. Now, some people may feel a sense of disconnection from their own cultural background and may explore or identity with aspects of other cultures, including black culture. You feel like you have no connection with your culture. You feel, for example, some black people feel like they don't have connection with Africa. They don't have connection with the identity of Africa. They are trying other cultures. And for you to try other culture, you need to be like them, talk like them, walk like them, eat like them. The food they are eating, you love them. And when it enters your head, you will say, I am a black person, even if you are white. Or even try to, when you bleach, you become white. From white to black, what do? Bleach. It's white. Chibli. That lack of connection from your culture maybe will make you try to think to change your identity to be of that culture so that you can feel comfortable. Maybe the people of that culture, they love you so much, and the people of your own culture, they have left you alone. They don't want you. So that's another reason. Another one, why a white person might express desire to be black is the solidarity or empathy. For example, a white person might desire to be black as an act of solidarity, of a way of showing empathy towards the struggle faced by black people. You're just feeling empathy and you want to be like them, to show my kindness, to show my empathy, to show my support, to show that I am like you. I want to be like you. It's understandable. It is understandable. I feel it. For example, some black people, for them to feel rich, to feel acceptable, to feel like they just want to bleach and become white. When you are white in some society, you are like rich person. There is a meme is it meme or meme? I was watching and they were talking about poor person and rich person. And to my shock, the rich person was white and the black person was poor. And I asked myself, why will just they put black as poor and white as rich? For you to feel rich, you want to identify yourself as white. Another thing is psychological or identity issues. Now, in rare cases, this desire could stem from psychological or identity-related struggles where a person feels they were meant to be part of a different racial group. You just feel like you are meant to be black. When you walk, when you talk, the music you listen, how the swag, you just doing it like black people. You feel, it is psychological. You feel I am black and I need to be black. You identify yourself as black. Social influence and trend. We talk about cultural trends such as certain aesthetic and movements being popularized in the media can lead to an interest in adapting elements associated to black identity. Another thing is misunderstood romanticization. Sometimes a white person might romanticize being black without fully understanding the realities and challenges of black identity, such as systematic racism. Now, let's talk about this, the last one, social influence and trends. The media can just portray the life of white people, how it is sweet, beautiful, their life. And you as a black person, you just want to be white so that you can enjoy that life. For black people to come white, it is normal in society because you may go to may want to be employed, job opportunities, and for you to fit that company or for you to get employed easily, you want to change your color to be white. Even white people can be influenced to be black, but it is rare. It is a rare case. And today I've seen what my eyes have seen what my ears cannot hear. Something like that. I don't know how Nigerians say it, but I've seen it and it is shocking. And again, it's not shocking because If black people want to be white, why don't white people want to be black? We good people. You can change your color to be black. You can decide to identify yourself as black. I support you. Because we, as a race, we embrace everyone. Every race. Even if you try to change yourself to be ourselves, you don't need to change yourself to be us. We will embrace you as you are. So I don't know. This topic is a little bit, I'm feeling like I need to talk more, but I want you to tell me more on the comment section. Why do you think some white people will try to be black? Because as black people, I know why they think or why they want to be white. Because they are facing colorism, because they just don't want to associate with the black, because they think black is poverty, they think black is bad, they think being black is being poor, they think being black is being bad. To avoid all this discrimination, racism and everything, they turn themselves to be white. So they can feature or they can fit on that lane of white people. I've seen people identifying themselves as white, yet they are black. And they are happy about it, and which I get it awkward. Tell me what you think on the comment section about this video. Until next episode, peace be with you.